This is a brief tutorial and introduction to using Microsoft Excel as a way to help understand circles in Taxicab geometry. As you know, the definition of a circle in Euclidean geometry is a set of all points equidistant from the center. So first I created an X and Y axis, which I chose to invert to leave the interior space for the design of our figure and explanations of the radii. Here at the red cell, we have our center, which is located at 0, 0. And what I'm going to do now is input formulas into the other cells to calculate the distance those cells are from our center. In Taxicab geometry, the distance is calculated by adding the vertical and horizontal distances, and since distance is positive, we must compute the absolute value of these distances. So here in cell B1, which up top you can already see I've inputted the formula, but in cell B1 to calculate this distance, we first need to know the horizontal distance. So we're calculating from the center to here. So that means we need to use cell B32, which says that we are 15 units left, minus cell AL5. We also have to calculate the vertical distance, which is cell A1 minus cell AL6. Notice that I've used $signs in a few places so that when I copy this formula, it will maintain the integrity of the x-axis and the y-axis as well as the location of the center. After inputting this formula, we now see a distance of 30 appear in this cell. This represents how many units the cell is away from our center. Again, 15 units left and 15 units up. Next, I'm going to copy this formula to the other cells so that we can see the distances that each cell is from our center. Notice that the red cell disappeared and was replaced with 0, showing that it's 0 units away from the center of the circle. Now, to enhance this concept of a circle, I'm going to add in some conditional formatting that would allow me to change the color of the cells with the distance equal to the specified radius, which in this case I specified 3. So I'm going to conditional cells after highlighting the cells that I want, and I want it to highlight any cells equal to this cell here, which is our radius. There are a lot of options. I'm going to custom format, and I can change the font color. In this case, I'm going to make it purple, and the fill color I'm also going to make purple so that the numbers will disappear. I can adjust the size of the radius, and you can see the circle get bigger. Adding in a slider feature or scroll bar will allow me to adjust the radius quicker instead of me manually typing it in. So I'm going to Developer, Insert, Scroll. I'm going to right click it, Format Control, and make the minimum radius 1 and the maximum radius 30. And I'm going to link it to the cell where we put our radius. So now when I scroll, you can see the circle adjusting without me manually having to type it in. I've created another tab where you can kind of see a finished product. So here I have the conditional statement that the cells equal to the radius will remain purple. The cells not equal to the radius will remain blue, and the center will be white. I've also added additional scroll bars where you can adjust the center both horizontally and vertically.